Paul McGee, How Not to Worry. Welcome to the engaging summary of How Not to Worry, a powerful, eye-opening book by Paul McGee. Delve into this summary, which explores the interplay between worry, anxiety, and stress, revealing the factors that trigger these feelings and the steps you can take to tame them. The book walks you through the inspiration behind our worries and demonstrates ways to categorize them, allowing you to understand and handle what's bothering you better. Immerse yourself in an intriguing exploration of the role of the rational brain in controlling worries and learn practical tips to harness the power of imagination to alleviate anxiety.
Combating worries and stress. The book emphasizes the importance of breaking the cycle of worry, anxiety, and stress. It explains how worrying triggers anxiety, which leads to physical reactions of stress. Stress then reinforces the cycle, leading to physical and mental symptoms, including weakened immunity, decreased sex drive, and impaired decision-making skills. The book presents the strategy of "stop before you spiral" to help individuals combat worrying and live in the moment. The book encourages readers to understand the root causes of their worries and implement healthy coping mechanisms to break the feedback loop. Conquering worry, understanding its root causes. Do you often find yourself worrying about both big and small things? The root causes of worry are often simple, and they can range from past experiences to the fear of the unknown. For instance, past painful experiences can cause hypersensitivity to danger, while parents' worries during pregnancy may affect their baby. Meanwhile, insecurity arises from personal control issues or relying on others. To conquer worry, it is important to become aware of the way memories of the past trigger events and to get to understand oneself better. This article provides insights on the root causes of worry, helping to put things in perspective and tackle worries rationally. Understanding why we worry. Humans are evolutionarily hardwired to detect danger and respond appropriately, which means we worry as part of our survival strategy. Worrying is located in the primitive and emotional parts of our brain, and it keeps us on high alert to fight for our lives or flee from danger. Unfortunately, these brains are serial worriers, and they overreact to everyday events. The rational brain helps keep worries in check and is responsible for problem solving, memory, and other complex tasks. By training ourselves to tap into the rational brain when worries spiral out of control, we can accurately assess the world around us and make sound decisions based on that information. An interesting example is given of how the emotional brain can make us jump to conclusions or overreact, but by taking a step back and questioning the reality of the situation, we can learn to use our rational brain more often. Self-awareness made easy. Discover a simple technique to increase your self-awareness and diffuse mindless anxiety in any situation by categorizing your stress into situational, anticipatory, and residual stress. Have you ever found yourself grappling with a thorny problem that causes you worry and anxiety? If so, learning a simple technique that increases your self-awareness could be the key to diffusing your mindless anxiety. This technique involves tracking every worry down to its source by asking yourself, "Where is my worry coming from?" Once you have your answer, the next step is to sort your worries into one of three categories: situational stress, anticipatory stress, or residual stress. Situational stress is anxiety brought about by current circumstances, while anticipatory stress is anxiety caused by thoughts of the future, and residual stress pertains to past events. Categorizing your worries in this way allows you to better scrutinize their source and short-circuits any mindless anxiety. By doing so, you can calmly ask yourself, "Why do I feel this way?" This simple act increases your self-awareness and helps you identify the things that trouble you most. Increasing your self-awareness of the type of stress affecting you is a crucial first step in tackling the source of your anxiety and gaining control over your emotions. Try this simple technique next time you're faced with a difficult situation, and see the difference it makes in your level of worry and anxiety. Sorting your worries. In order to confront your anxieties, the next step is to analyze them by identifying their root cause. This involves categorizing your worries into three categories: historical, hysterical, and helpful. Historical worries stem from past experiences, while hysterical worries are irrational and unproductive. On the other hand, helpful worries are rational concerns that can be addressed. To deal with historical worries, it's recommended to seek emotional support from a therapist or friend. For hysterical worries, it's important to contextualize them by looking at relevant statistics and interrupting your thought process. Finally, for helpful worries, it's crucial to take action by devising strategies to address the underlying issue. You're more influential than you think. The importance of assessing worries and focusing on those you can control, as well as the benefits of perceiving yourself as influential, outlined in Stephen R. Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, are confirmed by a scientific study. Being optimistic and overestimating your influence also leads to a decreased likelihood of experiencing depression. Don't underestimate your impact on the world and focus on the things you can control to achieve success. The power of imagination. The imagination is a powerful tool that can either trigger worry and stress or reduce anxiety. Unlike other animals, humans experience stress and anxiety triggered only in the mind. The primitive brain treats hypothetical events the same way it does real ones. However, by imagining positive outcomes and channeling the characteristics of role models, one can use their imagination for productive purposes. For example, imagining oneself as a self-confident person like Madonna can help alleviate public speaking anxiety. One can also imagine advisors for assistance in important areas such as work, health, and relationships. The imagination is limitless, and its positive powers can greatly benefit and transform one's life. Overcoming anxiety. Don't be too hard on yourself. Negative self-talk can amplify your worries and make your problems seem insurmountable. Stop trying to please everyone and ask for help when you need it. Learn to take action and enjoy life.
With the completion of the book's summary of How Not to Worry, you should now have a strong understanding of how worries, anxiety, and stress are all intertwined, leading to vicious cycles that may affect your life negatively. The book's summary highlighted the root causes of our worries, and the importance of categorizing them in a way that allows a better investigation of sources leading to stress. By tapping into the rational part of our brain, we can effectively control our worries and anxieties. Techniques like embracing our imaginative powers can also help us counteract stress and anxiety. Keep these key takeaways in mind and begin your journey to a worry-free life.